Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing our July wrap-up. I did not have a very busy reading month this month because I got a little too distracted this month. So I'm going to be talking about 4 different books this month, and it's one I'm actually very sad that I kind of missed. My first book that should have been included with my June wrap-up was Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This was actually a very good read. I'd completely forgot to include it because I didn't have the physical copy of this book when I read it. I had actually listened to the audiobook, and when I was looking at the pile of books that I left this month, of course Vicious wasn't going to be among them. And this is a story about 2 young college boys, Eli and Victor, who decide for their final project they want to study basically the conditions that create EOs, or extraordinary individuals, who are basically people that have superpowers. And they decide to try and recreate the conditions of what is known to cause this kind of transformation on them, and, well, things don't turn out very well. That's all I'm really going to say. Good book. Actually, V.E. Schwab is an author I'm actually really sad that I'm just starting to get into now. The audiobook, I will say, very much helped me with the way that the story is told. It is not told in a linear manner. The characters were amazing. I can't wait to read more of V.E. Schwab's books, including the sequel, which is coming out in September. I cannot wait to get my hands on Vengeful. This was a good 5 out of 5 stars for me. I loved this book. Speaking of books that have a sequel coming out, read this month was Star Wars Thrawn by Timothy Zahn. This is one of my favorite Star Wars Extended Universe books. Now, this story is about our title character's journey of rising up the ranks in the Imperial Navy. But he's also met with obstacles such as prejudice, since the Empire is very pro-human, and clearly on the cover, Thrawn is not human. Also with the politics, because a lot of the things that Thrawn does in the military is not really the most orthodox way of thinking, or at least the normal way of thinking. And as a result, there's a lot of political grudges and a lot of people who don't want to see him rise up and are willing to do everything they can to stop Thrawn from getting higher in the ranks and showing up all these other higher level officers who have a better political standing. And we also get to meet Eli Vanto, he is a human, but he also has similar political and social barriers put against him because he's from kind of an outer rim kind of a planet. He's kind of from wild space, outer rim territories, and they tend to favor people that are kind of in the core worlds. Thrawn and him kind of have a very interesting alliance. If I were to describe the relationship between Eli Vanto and Thrawn, it reminds me of like a Sherlock Holmes and Watson kind of relationship. I love this book. I actually had read this on audiobook as well. The audiobook for this book is amazing, but the sound design for it, it's probably the best audiobook that I've listened to. This is a solid 5 out of 5 stars for me because I think Star Wars Thrawn Alliances is actually already out. I will get my hands on that, and I'm hoping to read that for Booktubeathon as well. The next book is one that I've already kind of talked about in my book haul, and that is Wires and Nerve by Marissa Meyer. This book is a graphic novel that is a spin-off to the Lunar Chronicles. This follows the android Aiko, who was in the original books, who has made it her mission to hunt down the remaining genetically modified lunar wolves that are left on Earth from when Amarantha was still in power. It was really, really enjoyable for me. I was glad to see these characters again. I will say, I think before I get my hands on the sequel, I would like to read the entire Lunar Chronicles series again because I haven't read the entire series since Winter came out. All the characters, it was nice to see them again, even in graphic novel form. The last book I'm going to talk about is the book that I'm currently reading, and that is The Sisters Maderos by Patrice Sereth. This is a story about 2 sisters named Vienne and Tessara. Both, after their family was dishonored, they have basically been left in poverty, and the sisters have made it their mission to basically find out who basically framed their family and got them into this situation, and try and reclaim their rank and their fortune. But also we have Tessara, who has powers, and Tessara kind of blames herself for what happened because she kind of wonders if that she had called the storm that destroyed her family's fleet of merchant ships, which had started to throw these events in motion. Honestly, I'm enjoying this book so far. I wish that the only thing that's really weird so far that I don't think the book has really spent too much time establishing is how common magic is in this world. Sasara so far is the only one that I've seen with magic that's already been established. They haven't really told us if magic is a common thing in this world or if it's just something that happens every once in a while. But even with that, I think I'm still enjoying the historical aspect of this book. So honestly, I'm hoping to finish it here within the next week or so. Thank you. This was my July wrap-up, and this was my July wrap-up. Thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping I'll probably get a few more books next month. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!